right, thanks for everybody coming out today. I'm going to do a brief overview of the Natural Stone Resource Library available through the Natural Stone Institute. My name's Mark Meriaux, and I manage our accreditation program, as well as I serve on our technical staff. So I use this tool regularly that we'll talk about serving the needs of our members with technical questions. If any of you are here, this did get approved for some AIA CU credits, so if you're here, make sure you get your badge scanned if you're interested in getting credit for that. So I'm going to go over what's in the resource library, the types of documents that are in there. Normally I would do this as a live version, but I'm told we don't have internet connectivity on this presentation screen. So we'll just talk about it a little bit, but it's easy to use. You guys can do this on your phones or back in your offices, very easy. We'll discuss how stone industry professionals can use this as a tool to help your designers and architects in designing projects correctly, and also dealing with issues and standards that might come up during or after a project. And we'll talk about some other resources that we have available. First of all, who's the resource library for? It's for anybody. It's web-based, it's open source, so it's available to any industry member, anybody who's interested in looking for standards dealing with natural stone. So the design community, architects, designers, engineers, owners, property owners, homeowners even, and members of the stone industry. Types of documents that are in the library. I'm going to look at the screen, so I use my cheat sheet. But we're probably most well known for our standards publication, which is the Dimension Stone Design Manual. The entire manual, all the chapters in that manual are in there and keyword searchable through the resource library. There's a table of contents. Each chapter is available as a PDF, so you can go in and download the entire manual. You can keep it offline or in a different place. I use it on our web-based search, which I'll show a picture of in a minute, just because you can do the keyword searching. You can get directly to the topics you're interested in as quickly as possible. What else is in there? Also included in there are some queries and quandaries, which is a Q&A article that's published in our member newsletters regularly. And those go all the way back to 2008. So we've got over 10 years worth of Q&As that have come from members that Chuck and I have responded to. Since we joined recently, we merged with another association. It used to be the Marble Institute of America and then the BSI, the Building Stone Institute. Since that merge, we still have some historical documents in there, like best practices from the BSI, which is more on masonry standards and installations. Also, we have partner publications from folks like the Indiana Limestone Institute. So anything dealing specifically with that material and installing those types of projects. Those resources are available and searchable. And then more importantly, I would normally pull up a couple live, but our technical bulletins are probably the most up-to-date, addressing specific issues in our industry. But all of those are available through the resource library. So normally we go right to the site through our main web page, which is naturalstoneinstitute.org. You click on that button I've got highlighted there, which takes you straight to the resource library. And it's just like a browser. It's just like using Google. It pulls up a keyword box. I've got some keywords that I would normally suggest you serve. I don't even have a picture of that page. I should add that for a following presentation. But it's just a keyword search box. So for instance, some of the most popular topics recently that we've published technical bulletins would be like a definitive guide on quartzite, which would help people determine what a true quartzite is versus something that might be mislabeled as a quartzite, might actually be a marble. That paper includes tests to discern chemical tests and scratch tests, methods that you can use to decipher, to tell if something is a quartzite or not. So you would use and type in the word quartzite, and it'll take you it'll pull up first chapters from the design manual. So it'll pull up in order whatever has the most keyword hits on whatever your search term is. So that would include chapters from the design manual and the technical bulletins, and that one is titled Definitive Guide to Quartzite, I believe. So if you open that PDF, you can do a keyword search within there on quartzite or test, or if you're used to searching PDFs, they're usually in your browser towards the upper right-hand part. You can search inside the PDF even deeper to search for your exact keyword and find out where it pops up in that document. But quartzite's a popular one. The other one that's popular over the last year or two would be coefficient of friction. Anybody doing flooring and concerned with slip resistance on natural stone tile, there is no current ASTM standard, or excuse me, ANSI standard for slip resistance specific to stone, adapted by ANSI. So we endorse one of the one that's already approved for hard surfacing. And so if you type in the keyword DCOF, DCOF is dynamic coefficient of friction. DCOF, you type in that as a keyword, it'll go pull that document. It'll usually be one of the first 1 or 2 documents that pops up on there. And it's a definitive paper. It's a paper that we authored giving our position on why we think our recommended test method should be used also for natural stone and how it applies. We did some research and testing on that. It has all that information in that paper. So additional resources we have available beyond the resource library include, on the main website, we have 3 big tiles. One of them is this one, Stone Professionals. So we have information on there on our accredited members, which is the only credentialing program available for stone professionals that I manage that program. We also have information on membership for anyone else in the industry who's not a Natural Stone Institute member, interested in finding out more about that. It also has programs overview, so not just accreditation, the program I manage, or the educational resources, but all the programs we have, like Women in Stone, our awards programs. All that information can be reached through the professionals page. And also there's some additional technical and design information links on that professionals page. The other main page is going to be for design professionals, so architects and designers. These are going to be some of the resources that you might need the most. Again, finding those credentialed, accredited companies or regular members in a particular geography for a project. Links to the design resources like I just talked about. Opportunities for CEU educational learning that we have available. And then also information on sustainable natural stone and LEED credits available using natural stone. And then the last one would be our consumer page, which includes a standalone document that we've authored. It's most of the information which is included in a chapter in the design manual that is specific to natural stone countertops. We reworded that and reformatted it and made that into what we call the Homeowner's Guide to Natural Stone Installation. But it's a lot of the technical information dealing with countertops, things like seams, what should be acceptable, overhangs, things like that are issues that we frequently hear about. There's also basic care and cleaning information and stain removal information available to homeowners through that tile. Another learning opportunity we have available, one of our programs, is the Natural Stone University. This is our online education platform now. It includes everything that we do, from safety documents to training. Now we're getting into more product-specific training, from adhesives to diamond tooling, things like that. But this is, again, it's another resource we have open and available, but all of the safety resources specifically, because of the very generous donations from our safety committee members, are open and available to everyone in the industry. So any individual can come in and use our safety resources as part of a training program. The additional content for our member companies is a recording and records management platform for that training. So you can enter all your employees and use this university as an online platform to monitor and make sure all of your employees are up to date with your required training as part of your training program. Hopefully you enjoyed this brief overview of the Natural Stone Resource Library and some of the additional resources we have available. If you like this type of information, go into the Coverings app, give me 5 stars just like your Uber driver would ask for, or tell us what we need to improve or add for future presentations. Thanks, everybody.